ओम श्री गणेशाय नमः। ओम श्री सरस्वत्यै नमः। ओम श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। ओम नमो नारायणाय। 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 ओम सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। ॐ श्री सद्गुरुभ्यो नमः। ॐ ध्यायामि चिन्मयानन्दं गुरुदेवं महामतिं प्रेमपूर्णं क्रियाशीलं सदा लोकहिते रतं कृपालुं सुन्दराकारं समर्थं सत्यदर्शिनं वाचा तत्त्वप्रकाशिन्या शोकमोहविनाशिनं। ॐ श्री चिन्मय सद्गुरवे नमः। हरि ओम, सुप्रभातम। Today we will not chant all the dhyana shlokas. We will chant the first 3 shlokas from here and then the 3 shlokas of Acharya Shankara's stuti. Om Shuklambaradharam Vishnum Shashivarnam Chaturbhujam Prasannavadanam Dhyayet Sarvavighnopashantaye Yasya Dviradavaktradyah Parishadyah Parashatam Vignam Nighnanti Satatam Vishwaksenam Tamashraye Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudirayet Satchidananda Rupaya Krishnaya Klishtakarine Namo Vedanta Vedyaya Gurave Buddhisakshine Krishnadvaipayanam Vyasam Sarvalokahiteratam Vedabja Bhaskaram Vande Shamadinilayam Munim. The third shloka is what we are to see today. Sahasramurteh Purushottamasya Sahasramurteh Purushottamasya Sahasramurteh Purushottamasya सहस्रनेत्राननपादबाहोः 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 सहस्रनाम्नां स्तवनं प्रशस्तम् सहस्रनाम्नां स्तवनं प्रशस्तम् सहस्रनाम्नां स्तवनं प्रशस्तम् निरुच्यते जन्मजरादिशान्त्यै निरुच्यते जन्मजरादिशान्त्यै निरुच्यते जन्मजरादिशान्त्यै सहस्रमूर्ते पुरुषोत्तमस्य सहस्रनेत्राननपादबाहोः सहस्रनाम्नां स्तवनं प्रशस्तम् निरुच्यते जन्मजरादिशान्त्यै. Another very wonderful shloka written by Acharya Shankara. Sahasra shabdaha asankyarthe. This we had told on the first or second day. What does that indicate? Look at the shloka which I have quoted here. Sarvatah pani padam tat sarvatokshi shiromukham sarvatah shrutimaloke sarvamavritya tishtati. Bhagavan is that who avritya sarvam avritya tishtati. He himself has become everything. Like I quote very often everywhere, tat srishtva tadeva anupravishat. He is everything. The laws of causation which we have studied time and again says there cannot be an effect without a cause, and the cause is Bhagavan. How much ever cause you may try to find, the final destination is Bhagavan. And what is the second law? Effects are nothing but cause itself in different forms. Therefore, sarvataha pani, sarvataha padam, sarvataha akshi, sarvataha shiraha, sarvataha mukham, everything is nothing but Bhagavan's mukham, Bhagavan's pani padam, etc. Therefore, sahasra shabdaha, when it is used, it is not that it ends at 1000, it represents everything. And therefore, sarvata shrutimaloke sarvamavritya tishtati. And from all this whatever we see, if we remove the cause, which is the third law of causation, when the cause is removed, nothing remains. Therefore, if nothing has to remain when the cause is removed, we think that effects remain. No. The effect also gets dissolved. Like probably in a gold chain, from the gold chain when you remove gold, chain will not remain. Similarly, from this whole universe, if Bhagavan is kept aside, world will not exist. Therefore, to represent everything, this Sahasra word is coined. Then, we also see in Veda, Sahasra Shirsha Purushaha, Sahasrakshas Sahasrapat, Sabhumim Vishvato Vritva, Atyatishthadashangulam. Sahasra Shirshaha Purushaha. The same Purusha himself is Sahasra Shirshaha. That is what? 1000-headed. Again, to indicate that everything is Bhagavan. So, Sahasra Murtehe, when it is said, it means 1000 forms, infinite forms, every form, including you and me. whatever, however we are, the truth behind our existence is Bhagavan alone. We have misidentified ourselves with the body, mind and intellect, for which Bhagavan is not responsible. Think. Bhagavan is. Like how the electricity is. We adventure or misadventure on electricity. And accordingly, we have to pay the price for it. Bhagavan has nothing to do. But he is everything. Think. Sahasramurtehe, of whom Purushottamasya, ultimate Lord, which is Brahman. Now, in our particular transaction, the Lord is represented by Mahavishnu. You can also take Shiva, any form you may take, Devi, anything. But there is only one Parabrahma Swarupa, Purushottamasya, Purushaha Uttamasya. Swamiji, why call him Purushaha? Because according to Shastra, Purusha wedded with Maya, wedded with Prakriti. Maya, Prakriti is presented as feminine. Therefore, Purushaha Paramatma, wedded with Maya or Prakriti, is all this creation. But ultimate Lord is only one, because Maya also has to depend on Purusha for its existence. It cannot independently exist. Whereas Purusha can independently, or rather he independently exists. In fact, he alone exists. Therefore, Purushottamasya Sahasra Netra Anana Pada Bahoho. Netra, eyes. Anana, face. Pada, feet. Bahoho, hand. Therefore, all these are nothing but Bhagavan himself expressing himself as all these, which indicates everything again. Sahasra Namnam. Sahasra, not only form, but names also. Like for example, if we can take the example of the same gold. You have chain, you have anklets, you have bracelets, you have finger rings, you have nose rings, you have earrings, studs, so many things. All the names are belonging to what? To gold only. Think. If that gold is melted, what you get is names and forms will go away, gold will remain. The cause alone remains. Similarly, Sahasra Namnam, 1,000 names, meaning every name, including alpha, beta, theta, mosquito. Everything is Bhagavan only. Think. And Stavanam Prashastam. It is only his name which is praiseworthy. All the others are not a company number one in the gamut of relativity in the world. Everything else other than Bhagavan is for some benefit. Whether you like it or not, want it or not, accept it or not, know it or not, anything other than Bhagavan is not praiseworthy. Bhagavan is the ultimate, and because of that he is Prasiddham. What is Prasiddham? He is very well known. Niruchyate, very beautiful word. Shastram Nishchitya Maya Uchyate. Acharya says, having confirmed from the Shastra, with that confirmation, Dridha Nishchaya Sahita Maya Uchyate. I am speaking. About what? About Bhagavan. And what is the purpose for the expression here? Janma Jaradi Shantyai. Shantyai, for the sake of peace. For the sake of freedom from samsara, which is nothing but cycle of birth and death. Think, what is the cycle of birth and death? Acharya very beautifully described in Bhajagovindam, which we have seen in the previous sessions. Punarapi jananam, punarapi maranam, punarapi janani jatare shayanam, iha samsare bahudustare, kripaya pare pahi murare, bhaja govindam, bhaja govindam, govindam bhaja mudhamate. Hey mudhamate, O fool, govindam bhaja. Why? Only that can take me to the ultimate destination. And why am I not able to reach? Because of my own attachments, by my own unintelligent karma. Karma, karma phala, janana, marana. Karma, karma phala, janana, marana. This cycle is going on for time immemorial. Think. Our own karma, which brings karma phala, creates what is called as sanchita karma. It gets accumulated as sanchita karma, and a portion coming out as prarabdha karma acts in this world outside for exhaustion. But what do? In the process of trying to exhaust, we create so much of agami karma, and then we again accumulate karma, karma phala. Karma, karma phala. Sanchita, prarabdha, agami. Sanchita, prarabdha, agami. We are in this cycle only. And then we say, oh Swamiji, I don't know when is this going to end. Nobody stops you, including Bhagavan. Even Bhagavan doesn't stop you. Bhagavan wants you to end. But out of our own foolishness, out of our own stupidity, out of our own ignorance, think, we are into this cycle of punarapi jananam, punarapi maranam. Changes constantly. Janma, mrityu, jara, vyadhi, dukkha, dosha, anudarshanam. Bhagavad Gita says, one has to constantly see. You know, this Maya is so powerful. In fact, the power is such that sometimes some people wonder whether Maya is more powerful or Bhagavan is more powerful. Think. This Maya Kalpita Jagat is so powerful that it will drag us into it even without our knowledge. We have the wonderful stories in Puranas which show the power of Maya. And we also fall prey to it. Therefore, we need to be very careful. If we fall, it will take a while to actually bounce back. Therefore, Shastra constantly says, beware, beware. Don't leave the mind idle. Idle mind, devil's workshop. What is this devil? Samsara. Therefore, think about all this. What are all this? Janma, Mrityu, Jara. All these are constant changes. We have discussed this in other texts. Asti, Jayate, Vardhate, Viparinamate, Apakshiyate, Nashyati. Shadvikara. All these are samsara. Think. Bhartrihari says, Vyagrivatishtati chara. Jara, old age in particular, lot of old age is talked about here, because when we are young, when the flesh is thick, when the skin is tight, this is how the expression goes. We are engaged in enjoying the world, seeking pleasure, acquiring, aggrandizing, possessing. All these are what? Occupations when we are strong and very powerful. When we are weak, that means when we grow old, you will find there is nothing. And I don't have the Shakti, I don't have the energy to bounce back and start working on the Vedanta, Shastra, Adhyayana, etc. It is at that time my back will pain, my neck will pain, my legs will pain, my joints will pain. All of them constantly remind us of what? Of our unintelligent lifestyle. Think. And Vyagriva tishtati, it comes right in front of us like a tiger to pounce and grab us out. How many people in old age, they suffer more than any of the physical pain mentally? Think. Acharya very beautifully gives one more shloka. Angam galitam phalitam mundam dashana vihinam jatam tundam vruddho yanti grihitva dandam. At the old age, we require a support of a danda, a stick. Why? I can't stand even properly. I can't sleep properly. I can't lie down properly. I can't sit properly. I cannot eat at all whatever I want to eat. All the desires what I have developed for eating, and all of them are banned. Think. At that time, I wonder, oh God, vruddhastavat chintasaktaha. Why? I should not have done that. Past tense. And it is gone. You cannot rectify 1 second prior time. Think. 1 second before now, you cannot do anything. 1 second later, now you cannot do anything. But the best part is, I can prepare now for later. I cannot do anything later now, but I can prepare myself now for a later. There is a very beautiful statement. It says, the first 25 years of my life, if I can take care of myself, the 75 years I can enjoy life. But first 25 years, if I don't take care of my life, the rest 75 years, I have to suffer. This wonderful knowledge we get when we are 75. Think. And then what will remain? Vruddhastavat chintasaktaha. Janma jaradi dukkha doshanudarshanam. Anudarshanam. It is not that, okay, today I will think, and then after every Sunday morning I will think, Swamiji. What? Janma jaradi dukkha doshanudarshanam. Aha. Anudarshanam. Think. Yavat vitto parjana saktaha. All this we saw in Bhaja Govindam. If those who have not seen, please go back to our YouTube channel and check all that. Tattvabodha, Bhaja Govindam, Success Chalisa, which is Sadhana Panchakam. All these, so many revelations are there. It is a revelation to us because why? We never thought about it. Think. Yavat vitta uparjana saktaha. When I am able to earn money, tavat nija parivaro raktaha. The parivara, the fraternity will be behind me. Why? I have money. Paschat Jarjara dehe jivati. Later, in old age, when I can no more work, when I can no more earn money, yaha jivati, the one who survives, vartam kopina prichhati. They will not even come anywhere near you. Why? Are Buddha, let him be there. Think. Probably this is how we were in our younger days. We were ignoring the elders. And now I pay a price for it. Swamiji, nobody cares for me today. Why should they care? When I have not cared for myself, why should others care for me? Simple logic. Think. Swamiji, we understand. But what to do? Change your attitude. There is no point in brooding over. There is no point in worrying. There is no point in sitting in one corner and crying. Under the Constitution of India, you have got every right. Change. And this is called parivartanam. Parivartanam need not take from as far as the external world is concerned, it makes no sense. It will make no difference. Parivartanam has to take place in me. My attitude, my vision has to change. Yatra yatra shariram tatra tatra dukkhameva. Shastra categorically says, as long as you are in the shariram, identified with the body, dukkham supplied free. Think. Shariram itself will supply dukkham, whom you think you are. And then mind will amplify that dukkham. I am old and my legs are paining, my joints are paining, my head is paining, my back, I cannot sit 123 points. I will keep on projecting to others. For what? Sympathy vote. Think. Dukkhameva. Therefore, what should I do? I have to put up a plan. What is this plan? Now see. Prepare for the old age when young. Think. Remember that statement? First 25 years, be intelligent, so that I can prepare myself in such a fashion that I can remain healthy physically, emotionally, intellectually till my end. This ability otherwise can also be called as spirituality. Think. Learn to face challenge. Life will throw challenges every now and then. Preparation is not only with reference to body, preparation is at the mind level. What? I have to withstand, like a shock absorber, all the challenges that world throws at us. Accept the truth of change. This very many of us fail. We are not ready to accept a change. Think. We are scared. What will happen? Ahara, nidra, bhaya, maithunancha, samanyametat pashubhihi naranam. Bhaya is there in us. And this bhaya of what? Oh, right now I have got used to these things. What will happen if this change? What will happen if that leaves me? What will happen if she leaves me or he leaves me? Think. Many people are, Swamiji, what will happen to my wife and children after I die? They will be happier, please. Think. What if they die? Prepare. Prepare to learn to face the challenge. Accept the truth of change in the relative reality. We always think, permanent address Swamiji. I myself am not permanent. Permanent address ante. Think. So many things keep changing. Accept. Agama apayinaha anityaha. Nothing will be permanent. The only and only thing that is permanent, it is not a thing of course, is Bhagavan. That is the only truth. Everything will change. That is why it is said, change is the changeless phenomenon. Therefore, accept the change. My son was earlier having lot of love for me. Now he doesn't care. Think. I thought my son will take care of me in my old age. What a fool you are. Who can take care of whom? Nobody can take care. In front of the son himself, sitting next to him in the bed, while you are on the bed, people pass away. Can the son guarantee your life? Think. How more can we be foolish? How more can we show innocence? Think. Therefore, accept the truth of change. And then nourish the thought of transcendental. Param Pujya Gurudev Swami Chinmayananji released his book on Vishnu Sahasranama, and the title was 1,000 Ways to the Transcendental. Think. 1,000 Ways to the Transcendental was the title of the book which Param Pujya Gurudev had given for Vishnu Sahasranamam. There are so many ways to reach that supreme. And what should I do? Now what is happening? I am nourishing the thought of whims and fancies of the world. I am nourishing the thought of how to protect my body. I am nourishing the thought of how can I be secure emotionally. I am nourishing the thought of how can I intellectually tackle my challenge. Now what should I do? While all of them play in the world outside as per its own swabhava, what I need to do is internally I must nourish, I must encourage, I must constantly give time to what? Thought of Bhagavan, who is transcendental. What is this transcendental? Transcendental is that power, that Shakti, that presence, that immutable self which transcends change. Think. That which transcends change. How? Change is nothing but every factor that comes within the gamut of time and space. Anything that which is within the gamut of time and space must change. This is law. And therefore, being in the world attached to this constantly changing, once every second our body changes. Every minute tissues change. Think. So many factors in our body changed. Is it not? Therefore, don't hold on to the change, hold on to that which supports the change. The adhishtana, the adhara is what? That transcendental truth. Nourish that thought. It does not come overnight. It is not so easy. Thank God it is not so easy. Think. Why? Thank God. At the time of death, whatever I think, prayana kalecha. At that time, if I think of the Lord, I will go to moksha. So why should I think of all that now? Because that thought will not come. Why will it not come? I have not nourished that thought. Therefore, I must plan, prepare, learn, accept, nourish. Swamiji, it sounds beautiful, but tell me a plan. Show me the way. My Guru Swami Chidananji, under whom I was trained, very beautifully says, EMS technique. What is that? Exercise for the body, meditation for the mind, and study for the intellect. This is how I prepare. I exercise my body daily so that the body remains healthy. Very many times we understand this when the body has, or when the health of the body is already gone. At the old age we try to, when I was healthy, oh God, when I am healthy I sleep, eat, think. All the junk food we eat. We have no discipline in our timing. We have no exercises done. And then at the old age, I cannot do exercise. Why? Body has not got tuned to exercise. Even though I want to do exercise and rebuild my power, body will not cooperate. So body has to be tuned so that the body allows me to work on what is my real project of life. Therefore, exercise daily. Meditation for the mind. What is meditation? Meditation is a different meaning actually. But the word meditation is very fanciful. People get very elated by hearing the word meditation. Swamiji, I do meditation daily. What a false statement. Meditation cannot be done. It is the name of a state of experience which is thoughtlessness, including the thought that there is no thought. It is a name of such an experience. It is a noun. It is not a verb. Therefore, meditation is the ultimate meaning of meditation. But then because you all enjoy this word, I have added that word. Meditation for the mind. Meaning what? Quietude of the mind. Quietude of the mind demands holding of the mind. Remember, we in the previous class we said Shama, Dama, Uparama, Titiksha, Shraddha, Samadhanam. All these are what? Shat Sampatti, one among the four sadhana chatushtaya. All that is very, very important. Only then you can meditate. Otherwise, meditation on what? On pani puri, bel puri. Meditate. People do excellent meditation every day. On what? Mobile. The amount of mind's energy that we give for the mobile, if we can give that much concentration towards Bhagavan, realization is very simple. Think. Even at midnight, by mistake, your eyes open. Even before sleeping back, you want to check if there are any messages. Think. What is meditation here? Meditation for the mind is disciplining the mind. Disciplining the mind means what? I decide what is the quality and texture of thoughts that I have to entertain. Therefore, meditation for the mind. And what to meditate upon? How to meditate upon? How long should I meditate upon? People think 20 minutes meditation, Swamiji, alarm. Arey, think. Study for the intellect is what? To know what I should meditate upon. That Shastra Adhyayanam is very, very important for us to understand where the mind should be. This technique is so very important for every single person, whoever he be. Yaha. Think. Right? Janma jaradi shantyai. Only then the changes of Janma and Jara will constantly not trouble me. Shantyai, it is put at rest. What is put at rest? Our desperation for understanding the change around me. All that desperation, all that fear, abhayam pratishtham indate, says Upanishad. Athaso bhayam gato bhavati. For such a person who has come out of being caught by the changes, such a person, bhayam leaves. Think. Gataha bhavati. Bhayam, fear, goes away. For that, these three are very important. Exercise, meditation, you can take it as upasana. A very, very beautiful replacement, we may say, until we understand what is meditation. Upasana. And study for the intellect. Now comes the next aspect, which is called as Anubandha Chatushtaya. Chatushtaya 4. Every text has got these 4 aspects called Anubandha Chatushtaya. What are they? First one is Vishaya, the subject matter. Second, Adhikari, who is the qualified student to understand this text. Qualification is required. Like for example, if I have to go to a degree college, the pre-university, especially in Karnataka, or 12th standard in CBSE syllabus, passing that is important, eligibility. If I have to take a PhD, then I have to have a degree in that field. These are all, of course, there are certain, this one which they give after you are old, after that many, this one is there, all those are all okay. But truly, if I have to get a real doctorate, then first standard, 7th standard, 10th standard, 12th standard, degree, this is the process. And those form the qualification for me to enter that hall of PhD. Similarly, an adhikari is very important. I must become prepared student for a particular field of education. Prayojanam. The Shastra, whatever we learn, what is the benefit? Because we are all today benefit oriented, utility oriented. Even animals for that matter. It will go and smell. If it is palatable, then it will edible, it will eat. Otherwise, it will throw away and go. It will not go and eat everything. Only man, many times, man is like that. He grabs and acquires and possesses that which he doesn't want also. Think. Prayojanam. What is the benefit I will get if I study this text? And the last one, 4th one, relationship. In case of spiritual science, what is the relationship that the text can give between me, the sadhaka, and him, the sadhyavastu? This is called Anubandha Chatushtaya. About this, as far as Vishnu Sahasranama is concerned, we will see tomorrow. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om.